Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. My name is Jocelyn and today we are doing my November favorites. So these are just some of the things that I've been loving for the month of November, and maybe you will decide to pick some of these up given my recommendation or not. It's fine, you can just listen to me babble for a little while. Let's go ahead and just get into it. So the first couple things I want to talk about are eyeshadows. The first is a Colourpop eyeshadow. This is in the shade DGAF. This is actually what I'm wearing on the outer corners of my eyes today. It's this really pretty, I don't even know how to describe this. It's like a rusty color. Let me do a little swatch for you. So this is what this color looks like right here. It's really just such a beautiful color. So like I said, it's like a rusty shade with flecks of yellow in it, and I just think it's just beautiful, and especially for this time of year. Again, this is one of Colourpop's Super Shock shadows in the shade DGAF. The next eyeshadow that I've been really enjoying for the month of November is a palette, and it is actually the Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. In case you weren't aware, this is what the inside looks like. I've been using this especially during the work week because I find that I can create a lot of natural looks with this palette, and plus it smells delicious. It smells just like peaches, and I for one love that. I know that some people don't love that, but you know, to each their own. I'm particularly fond of the shade Luscious. It's this kind of champagne-y shade right here, as well as Georgia, Peaches and Cream, Candied Peach, Just Peachy, Bellini, Purge, and Summer. I think this is Summer Young up here. Those are just some of my favorites. I haven't tried all of the shades in this peaches or in this palette, but those are my go-tos. Moving on, I'm going to be talking about a foundation, and this is a foundation by Hourglass. This is their Vanishing Foundation Stick. I'm actually almost done with this. This is all that I have left, so I'm definitely going to be wanting to repurchase this. I have mine in the shade Shell, and the way that I apply this is I kind of put some stripes on my face, and then I go in with a blending brush and kind of buff it in. Normally I use the Morphe M439 brush. I find that this works really well on distributing the foundation around and creating a really flawless finish. So I love this. I do not use a primer with this foundation. I have found that with my skin type and this foundation that a primer makes it break apart really bad throughout the day, but without a primer it works great. It creates a really flawless finish, and it stays pretty semi-matte. It's almost more of like a satin finish, if a foundation can be called satin, but it creates a really beautiful look on the skin, and I would definitely suggest it. The only downside I have to this is that there's not a ton of product in here, but it's worth it in my opinion. Next, I think I've talked about this a few times now on my channel, but my other favorite of the month of November is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Concealer, and I hauled this during my VIB sale haul. This is what it looks like. This is the doe foot applicator it comes with. I just find that this provides a really good coverage. It's not too thick or cakey, but it does stay all day and provide good coverage, so I would most definitely suggest this. I have mine in the shade Light Natural. My next favorite was also hauled during the VIB sale, and this is the Too Faced Ethereal Setting Powder. I don't know what better to say about this. I think it sets my foundation really well. It provides a really smooth canvas and doesn't look cakey at all. You can use it for baking, and you can use it for just general setting, and I love this powder. I think it works really well. Arguably, maybe in my opinion, better than the Laura Mercier, but you can be the judge if you've tried both of them of what you think. Those are all of my makeup favorites. I do have a few skincare favorites. The first is from the brand Lush. This is the 9 to 5 cleansing lotion. I use this before my cleansing wash every night. I use this kind of as a pre-cleanse, so I put some on my hands and then I rub all around my face and then take a damp washcloth and wipe it away, and then I go in with my Clarisonic and a heavier cleanser to really kind of get everything in there and pull it out. I think this works really well on the skin. It doesn't smell weird, it doesn't leave a weird film on the skin, but it does break down foundation, concealers, blush, all of that kind of stuff, so that I can kind of get rid of that first initial layer and then go in and do a deep cleanse. Speaking of deep cleanse, I have got my cleanser that I've been using. This is by Dermalogica. This is their Metabak Clearing skin wash. The really quite hefty container here. This is 8.4 US fluid ounces, or just 8.4 fluid ounces. This I think works amazing. Now this line is quite expensive, but it is one of the few cleansers that I've used that I just find works extremely well for my skin type. It's a foaming cleanser that helps clear oils, bacteria on breakout prone skin. I pour it onto my Clarisonic and then I use my Clarisonic all around my face. I don't find that it makes my skin feel dry. I don't feel as though it leaves my skin feeling weird in any sort of way. It just really pulls everything out and cleanses my face without stripping it. So I love this. I think it works wonderfully, and I will be repurchasing this when it runs out. My last skincare favorite is something I also hauled during my VIB sale, so money well spent. This is by Sunday Riley. This is their Martian Mattifying Melting Water Gel Toner. I use this morning and night after I cleanse my skin. It has a little pump in here, so I take it and put it on a little cotton round and then wipe that around my face. I love the way that this makes my skin feel. It doesn't smell weird. It kind of just adds that little bit of moisture back into my skin and tones it. Toner, yeah, you know, makes sense. It also gives my skin a nice cooling sensation, so it's not like a stripped cooling sensation or a burning sensation. It feels like, a nice refreshing sensation. That's a lot of words. But anyways, I love this, long story short. A couple of last minute favorites. I just saw the movie Thor, the newest one. I think it's called Ragnarok. The newest one that's in theaters. At least it was in theaters when I saw it. Anyways, I loved that movie. I thought it was really funny. It was a little more funny than maybe I wanted it to be, just because I feel like Marvel's moving more towards comedy and action, but like adding a lot of comedy in there, if that makes any sense at all. Anyways, long story short, I loved that movie. I would definitely suggest it if you are an action movie fan, Marvel fan, universe thing. Another favorite of mine is a music favorite. I've been listening to a lot of Dodie's music on Spotify. I absolutely love her style. I think her music just really speaks to me and resonates with me, and so I would definitely suggest checking her out on Spotify. I actually used one of her songs in my wedding, in Alex and I's wedding. It's a song, Absolutely Smitten, and I love that. I'm so happy that we were able to use that in our wedding because I think it was just perfect. So those are all my favorites for the month of November. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what any of your favorites are: skincare, movie, books, songs, makeup, any and all of the above. I would love to know if there's something I'm missing out on and should check out. So leave me comments down below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed, and subscribe, of course, if you're not subscribed already. And that's it. I will see you in the next one. Bye.